Yesterday, I accidentally sent Mooney into the fire. So I've mentioned in other videos that, and I'm behind on editing and whatnot. I'm about to hit finals for school, so I've been studying and all that. But the main point of the story here, um, the president of the district said, "Hey, is it okay if I bring a group of riders out to test out the ground? And then we're going to have a board meeting after, and you can be there, and we're going to talk about arena fees, all that stuff, all the logistics." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm expecting like 4 people, right? Maybe like 2 trailers. And all of a sudden, we go down because she said, "I'm going to be there at 2." And I was like, "Great, I can do that. 2 o'clock sounds great." So I come back from the main house, which is all the way up there, and I see a horse trailer, and I'm like, "Oh, that's not the president's trailer." And then I see another truck and trailer come in, and I go, "That's not the president's trailer." And as this goes on, another truck and trailer comes in, and then I see the president's truck and trailer, and there's like a parade of cars and trucks behind her. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at my mom, and she's like, "I thought it was going to be a small group." And I'm like, "I thought it was going to be a small group too." So we ended up having 7 trailers out here, and there was 25 horses. And about 20 of them were being ridden. And the president's like, "Girl, like, come ride your horse." And I was like, "Screw it." I was like, "If I come off, I got the ground real nice and good and soft. It'll be fine." And Moon did good. He spooked a little bit because of like there was people outside of the arena that he was kind of looking at. And I guess it was nice that I was able to put a show setting at home. And this was, hi Dante. And this was yesterday. So I'm going to see how he feels about everything today. I don't know if he'll be a little shocked. Hey, don't eat that. Stop it. And no. So we'll see how that goes. They set up the pole pattern. They wanted to do more events, but I don't think they expected that many people to show up. So I took him through the pole pattern twice, and I took him through the barrel pattern twice. I kept everything in mind that I had when it comes to like train tracking and patterning, because he's never seen poles before in his life. So we just kind of went through the pattern. Obviously, he wasn't great, and he was kind of confused, and he was spooking at the poles, so he wasn't like listening to me, and I just played it cool. And I'm like, these are the cues that I'm going to give a finished horse. These are the cues I'm going to give you, just so you like know what's coming before. Can you stop assaulting me? Yes, you're very cute. But yeah. So that was super cool and fun. The first time we went to the barrel pattern, Moon trotted to the first barrel, kind of spooked around it because of people. And the second barrel, he did good, closed the door. The third barrel, we had to put really close to the fence while we expanded it. It's exactly 15 feet off the fence, so you kind of have to get up in there. So he was kind of spooking at stuff, but he did really good. And the second time I went through, he wanted to lope to the first barrel. And then when I put my little booty down and picked up my inside hand, he did like a little, like, it wasn't like a real buck, but it was a little like, like, "Why are you touching me?" And I just played it cool. I just kept it held still. It's not like he threw a big buck. It was like a little, like, crow hop. It's like your old 29-year-old horse that tries to buck, and you're kind of like, "Oh, we're a little bumpy, you know?" Just like going over a rock in a truck is what it felt like. But he picked up, closed the door, and then the second barrel, he was kind of floaty, but nothing crazy. And then the third barrel, he was ballsy enough to trot around it instead of stopping and looking around. And that was it. And I called it a day after that. And because I was so busy trying to run everything and people were asking me questions, hi Baloo, my mom didn't film. And I wasn't able to film, and I didn't have my phone on me because I asked my mom to video me. But I think she got me going through the polls once. So if I can get that, then I'll do that. But that was something else. So have you ever expected 4 people to show up at your house and then half a Gymkhana Association shows up instead? Like, I'm not mad. It was a great experience. It was a fantastic day. I just was not ready for it. So that was my day, like 4 or 3, somewhere around there. This is the beginning of week 2, where we were supposed to kind of start like putting runs on. And at first I kind of like took them through a little bit, and I was just thinking that there was a ride where he was kind of going quick, and we had to think about making the correction while the pressure is still high. And I thought it was this video, but apparently it's not. But I just did what I normally did before. I just like jumped all the way in. And it's funny because in the video, in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, like we're gonna run through, and I for sure like let him cruise. Like I didn't kiss him or anything. I was just like, oh yeah, he's gonna set the speed, but I want him to lope. So like I could have done better on my part when it comes to like me stepping out of my comfort zone, but like I know this challenge is called From Slow to Show, so I needed to be slow for me, I guess apparently. Um, but like, and I've said this before, I've started editing these videos. It's October 18th right now. I'm doing this all in one sitting, by the way. Um, and this was the 5th or the 6th of October. Or no, it had to be after that because I'm getting my dates mixed up. Anyways, but yeah, I'm just letting him like cruise through and do what he needs to do. Once again, if he's on the wrong lead, I'm just like, whatever, you're gonna have to fix it and be uncomfortable and you're gonna figure it out. And he gets the idea here is that you can, from like day 1 and even day 2, you can kind of start seeing like him being like, oh, I have to bring my body around a little bit. And he figured it out. And so right here, it was nice because he went past the barrel, but he went past the barrel because he was too busy staring at something else in typical Moon fashion. But yeah, and then over here I was like, hey, can we just like circle this again and like talk about it? So I just made him really want to finish strong on that backside. And so here, this is my quote unquote run through, guys. he's low-key just kind of like high loping the pattern, and I'm just up there like, oh, I'm not gonna slow him down. I'm just gonna do whatever. And he wanted to break down to a trot, but I was proud of him because he really like, I felt him try to gather his feet and be like, oh okay, like we need to go. And I said like, hey, you did the lope through. That's what I wanted. And then to finish off, I just kind of did a nice walkthrough and just kind of reminded him like, hey, this backside thing we need to fix. So once again, it's just another, you know, gotta keep hitting the tree with the axe and eventually it'll come down, but it might not take, you know, one scene. You gotta do it over again, and it's all just a process. But it's neat to be editing these in a good chunk while I'm sitting here because I'm able to go back and look like, oh, day 1, this is what this looked like. Day 2, this is what this looked like. And I don't have videos of day 3. But it's just neat seeing how it's all coming together. And I can feel my confidence with Moon building, and his confidence is building. And I think it's building with me because he's just been an absolute doll of a horse dealing with this and just taking it all in stride. No pun intended. Oh, and then I accelerated out of that so he'd learn. Anyways, woohoo!